Morning everybody, my name is Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, windy Colorado today. Bear with us a little bit with that. But behind me today I've got a really nice 2025 Norstar 2-horse bumper pull. Compact, lightweight, easy towable with your larger SUVs, your half-ton pickups and the like. Again, always check your manufacturer's specs though. So we'll get right into it today. First and foremost, 2 5/16" ball, 2 5/16" inch ball. Make sure you've got the right coupler, the right ball size for the coupler that you're running. That is imperative. Do a big safety chain. Cimarron does a nice job keeping a little loop there to store them so we can keep them up out of the way and keep them dry and clean. And they also do a really nice little coiled breakaway cable with the snap on that as well. Nice to keep things a little neat, kind of keep away from that old wire cable that we used to have to loop around a few times to keep things nice and neat. Hand crank jack on this guy. We've got an awesome shop and awesome techs here at Transwest, so if you ever do want to add an electric jack to these trailers, these guys, they'll make it look like it came from the factory that way. You will never know it was an afterthought or an aftermarket addition. So nice little add-on, and again, lots of different things we can do in our shop for you too, so kind of keep that in mind looking at this trailer today. We do have a 7-pin connection on this trailer, pretty standard on everything. We're cheating a little bit. We've got a box to run some lights for you and stuff like that. You'll notice too, a lot of our bumper pulls, Colorado out of here, we've got a lot of gravel roads. Nice diamond plate we put on the nose of these to protect them a little bit. So we're going to work our way around to the tack room. We're going to test out our door holds today with the wind that we've got flowing. So these are our door holds. Speaking of those, spring-loaded latch to hold them on the door side, and then this little guy pops right up out of there and holds our doors closed for us, or holds our doors open for us on a nice windy day like this. So fold down step on these tack rooms. Really nice addition, makes them easy to get in and out of. We'll latch our door in place, and there we go. And our wind's hitting right at my back right now, so we'll watch this door hold pretty steady there as we go. Speaking of that door, nice brush box in there, real easy spot to throw those first things you want to grab when you're at your show or loading your horse or unloading your horse, whether it's brushes, fly spray, show sheen, or the like. Stepping into here, these are game changers now, I think, really. We've got the step to make it real easy to get in and out of our tack room, but even with a step, carrying a big saddle with stirrups hanging down, we've all tripped walking into a tack room with a big saddle, getting hung up in the threshold, tripping over a stirrup or a girth or something like that. Now with these flip out saddle racks like this, ground level, throw them on, flip your rack back inside. We are on a big gas shock, and when they're new, they're a little stiff, but flips right back in and then out of the way. You'll notice too on this trailer, a little bit of a wider door. The reason we're doing that, even with saddles on, I can still get in and out of this tack room. I've got a lot of space between here to get in and out of here with that flipped out. We'll work our way inside. We are a rubber matted floor inside this tack room. Pretty easy, just 2 mats in here. Pretty easy to pull these out, clean this out if you want, but also easy just to keep swept and keep pretty clean while you're at it. Taking a peek while we're down here at floor level, we do have a full-size matching aluminum wheel and spare tire. Nice to keep it in here, out of the weather, out of the elements, keep it looking nice. And then again, matching spare, so if you ever do have a blowout and you need to swap out, you're not having an ugly steel wheel that's probably, by the time you need to use a spare, rusted out and ugly looking. You've got something that matches and looks nice to go along with that. Our back wall up here, you'll also see we've added a little clothes rack there, clothes bar, hang some coats, hang some show shirts, stuff like that. Get that stuff out of your truck, get it out of your back seat, help you stay a little more organized and move things into your trailer and out of your truck. On our back partition wall, Cimarron does a really nice job with these hooks. They're really tall and they're pretty deep as well, so very easily can fit hoses and extension cords on these, as well as all your headgear, your bridles, your halters, and your leads, and whatever else you need. You'll see all of our Cimarrons now, we're carpeting behind these walls where we have hanging hooks. Dual purpose for that. Number one, we've all seen our used trailers going down the road that have got all those marks from the metal wearing on the aluminum wall. And then secondly, we're acting as a little bit of a sound deadener as well. Our horses are right opposite this wall. Metal on metal always is going to make some echoes and loud noises, so really nice way to kind of deaden that sound, quieten things up for your horse, and keep them a little quieter and a little happier and a little more subdued. So back corner here, always a little bit of waste of space, especially in these slant load style trailers. High Country Plastics made us a really nice corner tank, 28 gallons, fill it from the top, valve down on the bottom. We've got it on a little pedestal there, so real easy to throw your 5-gallon bucket underneath that pedestal, underneath that valve, and fill it right here inside the trailer. We also include a little 10-footer hose, wrap it right around outside, and you know, nice way to bring some water with you, a nice way to have some water with you if you're going to a trail ride and don't have access to it, or if you're on a road trip and want to offer some at a fuel station. So nice to have those options. And again, Tack Room in this 2-horse bumper pull, really nicely equipped. Couple saddle pulls, saddle racks, endless places to hang your things, and ways to stay organized in here as well. And one more thing too is they do a really nice job with the LED lighting in these trailers. We'll talk about it when we get in the horse area too and get a better look at one of the fixtures. But all LED lighting, so first and foremost, very low power draw. But secondly, you could read a book inside of these things at night. The OptiBright lights, especially with the white walls surrounding us, really brighten these trailers up and really make it easy to work at night or early in the morning. So with the wind, we like our door holds a lot, but we don't want to stress them too much. Things close back up for us. Flip our step back up. And taking a look at the side profile of this trailer, you will notice we are bus windows on the hip side. We do a big oversized bus window on these though. So you'll see driver's side, we've got big drop windows on the head. With these bus windows on the hip, we can move a lot of air through these trailers. And really summertime, keep everybody comfortable. Between that and some roof vents and our insulated roof that's standard in all of our Cimarrons. Really nice system and really nice trailers to keep your animals cool during those hot summer months. And then this time of year we're getting cooler. Just crack those open a little bit, keep some fresh air going in there, but they don't have to have that full blast of cold air this time of year. So we talked LED lights. Here's a 16-inch awning light right above, kind of split between our tack room and our tie rings for our horses. So really nice area to be late at night, early in the morning when it's dark, whether you've got your horses tied up here, you're tacking up, you've got your tack room lit as well, and you just got a lot of nice visibility with these lights, and a lot of, we just lost power I think on our battery, so that's pretty typical for our new little cheat system. So anyway, really nice system with those. With these trailers, whenever they're hooked up to your truck, you'll get that service. So tie rings for tacking up if you need them. We have mirror image of the tie rings on driver's side as well if you've got a couple horses you want to separate, or just your parking situation doesn't allow. Talk a little bit about running gear real quick. We are on Dexter 3,500-pound torsion axles. These are equipped with electric drum brakes as well. So make sure that your tow vehicle is equipped with a trailer brake controller, and you know, get a feel for those settings. Ever changing with your load and conditions of the road, and just it's always remember it's kind of not a set it and forget it kind of number when you leave the lot. Ever changing kind of number, you have that value on your trailer brake gain of a 1 through 10. So really nice system. Dexter or Cimarron's also doing a program with Lion's Head, who does our wheel and tire packages. 1 year, no questions asked, any kind of road hazard. You hit a nail, you hit a curb. Obviously get yourself in a safe spot, get yourself taken care of, but take some pictures. Don't get rid of that flat, and we'll help you work through that process and make that claim if you need to. And we are in Goodyear tires here too, so I think that really kind of speaks for itself. Goodyear has its own name in the business that we all know very well. So 2-horse bumper pull, couple little add-ons. You know, our wider door on our tack room, our step down, our flip out step. Another big add-on for this guy as well is a rear ramp. So we talked about some things we can do for you in our shop, like electric jacks, adding lights, fans, cameras, all that kind of thing. We can also add or subtract a ramp. If you see a trailer on our lot in our inventory, especially a Cimarron or a Logan, we can take those ramps off for you, add what would look like a factory bumper on the back, and vice versa. If you find a trailer on our lot that you really want to add a ramp to, something we can also do. We typically keep a few in stock in our parts department, and if we don't have the right width or style that you need for your trailer, we can order one from the manufacturer. So we're a 60-40 split on these rear doors. Nice kick mats on both back sides of both doors. Get a couple of these locked in place so they don't swing around on us, and we'll get a nice look inside. Real quick, Cimarron does a nice little strap now instead of a bar. A little bit easier than working with a bar that's the full width of this trailer. But coming in here, we'll see our standard aluminum floor on our Cimarrons. Cimarron's best floor in the business, 4-inch on center cross members. So the idea behind it, even if you've got Fergie, the mini pony in here, she's always got a foot on a cross member. A lot of our older aluminum trailers, we get a lot of questions about, hey, I see wavy spots or I see divots where my horses stand. Why is that? And that's just the build quality and the cross members that we're seeing, or the lack thereof. And so with the 4-inch on center cross members on these, you're never going to see a situation like that. So I'm going to lock this other door in place too, as I see it swinging in the wind a little bit. But this trailer, as you see, is also equipped with rubber mats. We do have a vendor here in Denver area that'll equip it and do an install for a worm flooring. So worm is an impenetrable. We eliminate rubber mats is the name of the company, and worm flooring is where that comes from. Impenetrable, kind of rubberized pour-in flooring that they do with a bit of good housekeeping. It is, your floor is now maintenance free. With the rubber mats, we suggest once a year, pulling them out, wash things out, counteract some of that acidity that we get from our horse's urine and things like that, with a little bit of baking soda, and keep an eye on things. With the worm flooring, it really is set it and forget it. A bit of good housekeeping, nose your trailer up once a year and give it a good pressure washer out, and you don't have to worry about your aluminum floor anymore. So, single partition in our 2-horse bumper pull. Cimarron listens to a lot of customers. Cimarron does a lot of custom builds, so they hear what a lot of customers really want. But one thing that Cimarron does a great job of considering is horse safety, handler safety, and kind of everything in between. So when I say that, first and foremost, they've designed all their latches to be on a slam latch type style. Secondly to that, you'll notice a lot in most of the latches or pin mechanisms in the Cimarrons are plastic on metal. So a lot quieter, a lot easier riding. Quieter for horses, easier for handlers, one-handed operation. And then the added bonus too is we get a lot less wear instead of that metal on metal contact that we would see a lot of times as well. So these paddle latches are very handy. Padded partition on this little 2-horse. We are leaning passenger side, and that fellow wants to spring itself right over there to the driver's side and hold itself. Again, really easy. Everybody that's led a horse around knows that you don't have both hands to open and close doors or ramps or partitions. You've got one on a shank. So nice to be able to come in here, have this hold itself over, load your horse in, latch him in. You'll notice too, above the head of each horse too, we have a couple ties. Everybody likes one for their horse, one for a hay rack, and give you those options as well. And then we do provisions in these little 2 horses. Keep them in stock in our parts department. If you do want to add the little triangle mangers, hay bags, what have you in there, something that you can very easily add on through us. Typically keep them, like I said, in stock in our parts department. Real quick, looking above our horses, each horse has got their own roof vent. Summertime, we can open those, they're 2-way vents, so we can open those to scoop a lot of air in this trailer, keep a lot of air moving in over their backs, a lot of the hot air out of the top of that trailer moving. And then wintertime, we can reverse those, suck a little bit of that steamy, muggy air that can get in here if you close these up a little too tight in the wintertime. So nice to have that option to get some fresh air moving through these. And like I said earlier, standard on every Cimarron product that they make, from their little stock boxes for the backs of pickup trucks to the big LQs, is an insulated roof. So one piece honeycomb design, about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch thick, has an R3 value on insulation, and then has a really strong structural value as well. So holds up well in hailstorms, holds up well when we're up on our LQs doing some maintenance that we need to do on the roof line and checking on things. So a lot of added benefits from that insulated roof as well on the Cimarrons. So fortunately our lights kicked off. We talk about the Opti Brights. That is a good view there of that fixture, same style fixture that's in that tack room as well. And that will light up this whole trailer inside and out. We'll close our one side here. We'll talk real quick about some of our controls that we've got. Actually, we'll also talk too. All of our Cimarrons are keyed alike. So even our paddle latches back here, for instance, you're going on vacation, you want to take a four-wheeler, you're staying in a hotel, you'd like to lock it up tight. There is a key behind that. Everything is able to be locked up tight, all keyed the same, and that includes these paddle latches for our rear doors. We'll have a keyed alike for our tack room door, and then also our drop windows on our head are also lockable as well. So you can lock these guys up pretty tight. Just a nice added little feature if you're at a show, throwing a few trunks in here and want to keep them secure. Nice to be able to lock these up tight. Cimarron standard in 25, made reverse light standard. Really nice added feature, lights things up. Again, LED with the 4 tail lights that they do on these Cimarrons. They've added that LED tail light or reverse light white LED diode into that. And really, I mean, you can see a lot of things, even at home if you're parking in the same spot every time. Really handy to be able to use that. So, and then one last thing on this rear post, this is our controls for all of our lights, awning lights, driver's side and passenger side, and over our rear ramp here, as well as our interior lights of our horse compartment. And then there's a separate on-off switch in our tack room to light that as well. So work our way to the driver's side. We talk quickly. We do have some tie rings, just like we did passenger side. Can switch it up if we need to come over here. We have another awning light to light things up if you want to tack them up. But the best part about our driver's side is our drop windows, and these guys are big. So summertime, 95-degree day, moving down the road, you've got a lot of airflow with these guys. You can move a lot of air through both of these horses right across them and keep them really comfortable. And then when you are stopped at a fuel stop, getting ready to unload, if you want to offer some hay or some water, you want to get a shank clipped onto them, really easy to drop these jail bars. No hardware, no latches, no mechanism, nothing like that. Very easily, couple little pegs, slide right into that track up there, lower the window back down, and you're good to go. And then these are really nice one-handed operation, a little bit of authority to close them up, but nice to have that option. We still do use a small bus window in those as well. Again, wintertime, we're getting cold this time of year, so don't want to have all that drop window blowing air over our horses this time of year, but we want to have some fresh air continuing to keep moving through these trailers. So 2025 Norstar 2-horse bumper pull. Nice compact little unit if you're running a big LQ and you need something else to run around town with. If you're looking to get into hauling your own horses around and not asking the trainer or your friends anymore, this is an awesome option and a really great way to get acquainted with towing something if that's a new concept to you. So if you have any questions about any inventory on our lot, please feel free to reach out to me. Luke.sullivan@transwest.com is my email. My cell phone's 859-509-1282. Call me, text me. If you have questions, want to see some more pictures of this trailer in particular, you can reference it on our site. It is stock number 5N241344. Thanks everybody. I hope it's not as windy where you are. También hablo español.